Hello everyone, this is Commander Megan and welcome to my channel. Again, a little bit late to the show, but it gives me more time to think on the article. Warhammer 40,000 match play points and an app. I'm not gonna read everything out loud right now, but yeah. Hi everyone, today I'll be discussing some key match play changes coming to Warhammer 40,000 missions point values. Let's dive right in. They basically said they had a few key points to make a good mission. Does it tell a good story? And does it increase the odds of a close, fair, exciting game experience? I think that's actually good key points to look for at missions, especially the latter one. The first one is always something you can create yourself. The new match play missions exemplify these principles in abundance. They have now 3 types of missions depending on how many points you spilled. Incursions are used for 1000 points per side, while Strike Force cater to 2000 points battles. Yet even though the missions can share primary objectives, the secondary objectives are asymmetrical and are actually chosen by the players themselves. The primary represent the shared story on the battlefield, while the secondary represents your army's theme and help to balance tough matchups. Here's right away an example of how the starting command points will work. If you play 500 points, you get 3 command points. Double that up. So 1000 get 6, 2000 get 12. Except for when you're going to 3000s, then you get 18. So basically 3 for each 500 points. For if you're going to scale up to more points. And I actually think that's depending on how the rest will work. Keep in mind there's a hint that every command phase you generate 1 or 2 or maybe more. But this is nice scaling up. It depends more on how big a game you play. And for 3 for each 500 points, it's scaling. It's a good scaling. That's what I like about this new system of command points. I hope the rest of the implementation is good as well. It all hangs or falls on that. More on the secondary objectives. They talk here about that how you play will depend on what kind of secondary objective you take. For example, if you have problems with board control, you will not be choosing board control. If you will be having more problems killing your opponents, you will be more to the secondary objectives that can, circumvent it a little bit. Here are a few examples. Purge the enemy, score 3 victory points at the end of the battle for each enemy character that is destroyed. No mercy, no respite, thin the ranks. If you select this objective, keep a tally of kill points each time an enemy model is destroyed. Add 1 to this tally, add 10 to this tally instead if the model, depending on the tally, you get points. They are showing off the app here already a little bit. Score 2 victory points at the end of the turn if you have 1 or more units from your army wholly within 3 different table quarters. I actually like that 3 is better than 4, because there's always one where you could never get to. Score 3 victory points each time you successfully completed the following psychic action. Mental interrogation. Yeah, it's all half written here. But then again, it's just a preview. Score 3 victory points each time a unit from your army successfully completes the following action. Investigate site. You need an infantry unit for that. What it exactly does, I don't know. But there's one thing to keep in mind. And that's this. Secondary objectives. You can only get 15 points from each secondary objective. So there are a point cap or limit cap on how many victory points you can get. That is an interesting deal. I mean, I have had games where I won with 40 against 15 or lost with 5 against 50. With this, there's a cap on certain areas. Sure, the games that I just talked about were the Maelstrom missions. I wonder if they still will be in there. But with the point cap on victory points, you will have less of those runaway games. So I hope that the rule is still in there that you tally the points at the end of the game. And maybe if you table your opponent, you get a bonus point as a tertiary objective. But it's not an auto win or loss. Here they also talk a little bit more about the cap. That means alpha strikes. Sorry about that. Alpha strike or gun lines will now have just different ways of playing. Especially now with the more, the rules for strategic reserves. That will also bring new tactics to the play. So we'll see. Here there is a new example of a mission. I must say I do like the layout of this page. And here, depending on how many objectives you have, you get bonus victory points for a siphon action. 1 is 1. 2 objectives is 3. 3 objectives 6 points. All 4 objectives is 10 points. This is a secondary objective special to that mission. And the primary objective is separate again from that, using the same objective markers. And even those are kept to 15 victory points. I really wonder how that will be depending on the game altogether, if we get more draws out of it or not. And I see no... Sorry again about that. I see no rules like we had. So that is not into account. But then again, we do not know how certain that will work. All in all, I do think those new command points and missions look interesting enough to at least say they look good. Point values. Finally, as part developing new edition, points values are reviewed and have been adjusted up across every faction. This may sound odd at first, but it yields several benefits. Firstly, games will play faster with, generally speaking, smaller armies on either side. They also make starting a fresh army for the new edition more accessible. Quicker experience, it also means there's room for more granularity when establishing how powerful one unit or ability is compared to another. And global point he said, ensures everyone starts in the same place on day one, with no established meta or best army. Here are a couple examples you can see what to expect. Intercessor squads will be 20 points per model, and Chaos Cultist will be 6 points per model. This I will need to go back to this one. Basically, where you used to play 500 points, you will now be more going to 1000 points, and probably where you used to play 2000 points, you will be going to 3000 points, and the old 750 is now the new 2000 points. So that with the points increase, that is a good thing. I do think they were a little bit conservative with going only to 20 points with intercessors. And this is a benchmark where we have right now. I rather saw them being more like 25. But I cannot really say much about it. If this works perfectly, it's fine. It's a good thing that the points went up. We need to recalculate how many point battles we'll be playing. We were already going from 1500 to 2000 points in a granular way. So maybe we'll now be going more towards the 250. If we will be having the same army. I will be making a points comparisons once the new edition hits with my army to show the difference. But all in all, I like the adjustments and especially the idea behind it. I hope it works well. Only time will tell. And then there will be the new app. On the same day that the Warhammer 40k pre-orders go live, the new app will be launched alongside it, providing several cool features to help you, including a full match play army builder. So they get an army build in there. That's good. The new app will also do a number of things to assist players in the games, but one of the most useful will be the ability to build an army and using the updated points values and detachments. Updated detachments. So the detachments will be different? We'll see. With everything, we will see. Remember, they have not said that the app, you need to pay for it or not. So at this point, I have the idea that the app will be free, that the basics in there will be free, but every faction need to be paid for and stuff like that. However, they said when you buy a new codex, you get a code so you can get the units in the app. I wonder what they will be doing with the codexes that are not yet new, so already out there. Will they put it in here? Will there be a subscription service? I really wonder how the app will be implemented as a whole. However, it is a good thing that they have this app. If the digital format is not too expensive, I don't mind paying a little bit extra. Especially not if they keep all the FAQs worked in there, that they keep the updates right in there, so you no longer need to flick through many FAQs. You can just say, oh, the rule has been changed, let's see what's the new wording. Ah, the points have been changed, what are the new points? Bam, you get it in the app. I really like that idea. Right, that was it for this article of yesterday. I hope you all like this little talk about it. Leave your comments down below. I hope everybody stays safe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.